When trying to work out exactly what you need as a lifter in terms of what's your weakness, what do you need to bring up to kind of get everything going, it can kind of get confusing. Is it the quads? Is it the hamstring? Is it the glutes? Blah, 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 core, and so on and so on. One thing that I like to think about is simplifying everything into a couple of boxes. So these boxes, it's kind of been used, widely before, but it's simple as this: leg strength versus back strength. So put yourself in those type of boxes. Are you stronger in the back or are you stronger in the leg? So another way kind of think about this is posterior chain versus anterior chain. So the leg strength, what they're talking about there is basically quad strength. How much can you push? And the back strength is how much can you pull. So automatically we have a couple of lifts that do a really good job kind of placing us on some sort of scale or ladder. Deadlift and the squat, right? So when looking at what you exactly need, you can just look at your deadlift versus your squat. Where do you fall? Now I understand there's a lot of leverages and arm length and femur length and all that stuff. We're kind of all built, to favor a lift, if you will. But when you're thinking about that, just think to yourself, okay, in the last year, what has progressed and what hasn't? In my case, I've been kind of thinking about it for a little while. I thought it was my hamstrings kind of weak, so I addressed the hamstrings a little bit. There was a point where I thought my quads were weak and whatnot. The interesting thing today, I went to the gym, and just like yesterday, I decided to kind of warm up my quads. I just want to put my quads on the map. Because I've said this before, I don't generally feel my quads working until I do high rep work. So yesterday, I was really kind of, not mobile after doing Bulgarian split squats. A couple of days before that, I was really stiff. Everything was sore, DOMs everywhere. I did some quads just in a leg extension, machine. Warmed them up ever so slightly with the set of 50 or sets of 50 I did with yesterday. And I had a pretty good squat workout. I was engaged. I had good mobility. I felt like I was using my legs, right? Today I did the same thing. Jumped in, did a couple of sets. I did 3 sets of 50 with, I think he said like 12 kilos, I think, on the machine. I still don't know what that actually means. Is it 12 kilos, 12 pounds? I never know. But anyway, it's really light. I did 50. 3 sets of that. Then I moved on to the squats. I got up to 180. I kind of wasn't feeling all that good, but I was feeling my quads. But I didn't feel poppy, if you will, right? I felt kind of just like a normal kind of baseline kind of routine. So I did that. Then I moved on to the deadlift, and automatically, I felt stronger off the floor. 60, 100, 140, and I was feeling good. I felt like I wasn't just pulling the bar up, I was pushing the bar up. And as I said to you guys before, it's always been a struggle of mine kind of breaking inertia of the floor in the deadlift. I feel like if I can get a mid-shin or closer to the knee, I can kind of lock out a lot more heavier weight than I'm kind of capable of deadlifting right now off the floor. So just the fact that my quads were kind of on the map, I was kind of able to engage my quads off the floor. And as you read the title, I got a deadlift PR of 240 kilos. Felt really good. I could get the bar moving with my quads with a push, and then I finished off with a pull. So automatically I'm thinking to myself, okay, if I never met myself, if I was looking at a lifter that's like me, and somebody was telling me, okay, I've got a deadlift that's 240 kilos and I've got a squat that's 205 kilos. And this is how things are moving. And, automatically you can say to yourself, okay, so you're better at the deadlift. We know that we're going to be generally better at the deadlift. But there's progress there, quicker progress in the deadlift than the squat. So I can say, mate, you need to work on your legs or your leg strength. Juggernaut Systems classify these 2 little boxes quite well. I've watched a few videos kind of over the years. And I think Chad was talking about in this video. He said, think about it like that. Leg strength versus back strength. You can apply that to any lift. Squat, deadlift, sumo, conventional, whatever you want. And just think to yourself, what do I need? If you're lagging off the floor, and I know a lot of people say to me, it's your upper back, your tightness, whatever. I can't feel my damn quads off the floor. But the moment I do a bit of leg extensions and there's a bit of a pump happening, all of a sudden I've got feedback from my muscle. Okay, I'm loading it this way, and I feel more explosive in the deadlift. So I think, having said all of that, I think I'm lagging in leg strength. So if you think about another little thought experiment, if you think about a continuum where on the left you have deadlifts where you are bending over a whole lot, you need to kind of bend over to pick the bar up, right? And then on the other side of the spectrum you have high bar squats. You're pretty vertical, or at least you should be aiming to be vertical. So you can think of it like that. So on the left you've got conventional deadlift, and then halfway, kind of maybe halfway or even more towards the squat, you have the low bar squat, and you have the high bar squat. It seems as though the more left I go, or the more bent over I am, I'm stronger. Now that's generally the case with most people, but the progress has been more so in the back department or the bent over position than the upright position in the squat, high bar squat. So I can just say to myself, I need to work on movements where I'm more upright. One of those things is Bulgarian split squats, and I did some today as well, and I kind of worked with singles. Got up to 100 kilos, you'll see that in a second. That's 180 there, moving quite well. Feeling really explosive because of the, like I said, I can engage the quads. So I worked with some single squats, I can do some leg extensions, and so those two things are kind of, working on the anterior chain, if you will. So it just kind of got me thinking to myself, after I pulled 240, I thought to myself, well, geez, isn't that interesting? Like I've only spent a few sessions working on my quads, so I haven't had time to kind of build quad strength, if you will. This is all neuromuscular. This is all happening because my brain now has my quads on the map, and it's easier to engage something that's already pumped up. You might be on the opposite scale. You might be, I can't engage my glutes. Man, my glutes, when I look at myself in the mirror, man, my glutes are just the overpowering kind of body part. If you're somebody that is lagging in glutes and you're kind of the opposite, then you might be thinking to yourself, okay, I need something else. I need to work on some bent over positions. Anyway, guys, so this is 240. You let me know if you think I've got more in the tank. It felt good from the get-go. So you can see there, kind of slowish from the start. That's kind of my style of deadlifting, but I felt stronger in the start. I know a lot of guys start really damn quick. They just like explode out of the bottom, which I'm completely opposite to that. And then kind of stop around the knee. I feel like if I can get the bar moving up my shin, I'll finish the lift. I've never missed a lift kind of at the knee level, ever. I just feel like my glutes are so damn strong, I'll just push through anything. So I think it's really healthy to sit back, look at your lifts, look at your numbers, and go, what do I need? And it can get very damn complicated. You can start thinking about hip internal rotation, external rotation, hamstring, squats, blah, 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 blah. You can think about all this thing. I think it's really easy to go back strength versus leg strength. What do I need to work on? And the way I think about those two things is basically like this. Do I need to work on my bent over position, or do I need to work on my upright position? That's basically it. So right now for myself, I'm thinking I need to work on being more upright. Even my high bar squat, I've never been happy with my high bar squat. I know a lot of you guys are like, man, that looks really good. The depth is really good. I've always wanted to be more upright. And maybe what's happening is my body is just generally stronger, leaning over more. And so I can handle a lot more weight. I can handle 200 kilos, 180 kilos in just slightly kind of more leaned over position. And that's why my body kind of assumes that position every time, because that's where the powerhouse is. My glutes, my adductors are really strong. And so let's just keep doing what we know we're good at. So I just need to kind of work on being more upright. And we're all different. We all have different leverages, femur lengths, how tall our torso is and all that sort of stuff. So you kind of need to work out what you need. But right now, I think I need my leg strength. So Bulgarian split squats is excellent for that. Last time I did these, I was in absolute shock. I was surprised today that I started feeling a little bit better. The bar wasn't so foreign to me in this position. So I decided, okay, yes, last time I did this, I think it was 3 days ago. I did 5x5 with 60 kilos, and I thought, let's not do the same thing again. Let's work with something more heavier. Let's do singles. And I was surprised, 60 went all right, 70 went all right, 80 went all right. There's a lot of strength there. I guess looking at this video right now, I think I'd like to be a bit more upright still. So maybe a little bit kind of wider stance or kind of more forward stance. But yeah, I was quite happy with my stability of the knee, especially the right one that kind of likes to buckle in. I was able to kind of, keep the knees out. So I'm like last time I spoke about the Bulgarian split squats. I said to you guys, if I put 100 on the bar, I feel like I would snap every ligament in my knee. Surprisingly, today I felt better. So maybe it was a case of the nervous system was just freaked out last time I tried to do this. Such a new, novel kind of stimulus to my body. It was just trying to kind of learn what's happening. Already second session in doing this, and I'm feeling better. So I dare say in the next session I could maybe approach 60% of my 1 rep max on the back squat. I spoke about this last time, but apparently T Nation reckons we should be able to do 75 to 85% of our back squat. That's the way we should be doing in our Bulgarian split squat. And a lot of you guys have basically said that's outrageous. Like, there's no way that makes sense. How can one leg produce 3/4 of what you're capable of 2 legs? I still don't understand what's happening. A lot of you guys have said maybe it's the nervous system. You're putting all of your nervous drive into that one leg. Maybe that's why it's a lopsided kind of affair. To me, it doesn't make sense to me, man. I honestly don't understand how that can work. But T Nation is a good source for information. There's a lot of smart fellas on there writing articles. So I've read certainly a lot of articles from them over the years. And as I've kind of promised you guys, I'm trying to bench press every session now. I missed one yesterday because I was running out of time before work, but work up to a training max kind of single, get that moving really well, and then drop down and do some super light stuff. Today I kind of did 50 kilos for 30 reps, and every day I'm kind of going up in weight, and then I'll restart. So 4 or 5 days ago I did the empty bar for 70 reps. Then I put 30 kilos, or 30, just five aside really, 30 kilos I did for 50 reps, 40 kilos for 40 reps, and now I'm doing 50 kilos for 30 reps. I dare say tomorrow I'll do 60 kilos for 20 reps, and I reckon I'll stop there and I'll go back to the bar and try maybe get 80 reps with it. That's inspired by the Bilbo method. I've spoken about this a little bit, still learning about it. But that's the session today. 240 kilo deadlift, a PR, basically means it was a good session. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.